Episode 3 of the Spulture Show. We're here. We're here. Before we get going today, please everybody like and subscribe. Not sure exactly how to find it, but if you found this video, you're on my YouTube channel. So click that like button, click that subscribe button. If you're on Instagram, if you see this, click follow. If you can, do both. You're the best. Thank you. And for those that have subscribed, all 7 of you, shout out to you guys. Marky Ginting holding it down all the way in Indonesia. Got Hank Presley. We got Will Hutchinson. We got more. I should know all 7 of you. Very thankful for you. Right on. Appreciate it. Shout out to our sponsors of the pod, Naptown's Notorious, telling stories directly from the eyes of Indian athletes. Pro Stringer, super accessible stringer, very easy to travel with. Pack it in your bag. They give you a little bag to comes with the clamps, comes with everything. May not be the exact tension you want it to be, but it's real easy to string with. Told you I'd get you guys some better decorations, a better background. We got this great pro stringer. Got some balls from Wimbledon. Shout out to Amina Bektis. And we got this great straw hat here that does have a company's logo. I should probably cover it up. They're not paying us, but that's all right. We'll let it slide. Let's work something out though. But anyways, so let's get into it. Let's talk about the matches yesterday. Let's talk about the Australian Open. Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about whatever we feel like talking about over this next few minutes. So let's start with Australian Open. There was some controversy. Some people were saying that they didn't properly label their tickets as qualifying matches. So people were buying tickets thinking that they were main draw matches, which is kind of messed up. You should check, like you should know if there's 21 days of tickets, that's no Grand Slam's ever been 21 days. So the first 7 days are clearly going to be qualifying. So there's ways that you should know, but also for the tournament should clearly say qualifying. That should be clarified. Led me to think, though, the reason I'm talking about this, US Open, Fan Week is free. During qualifying, free. Matches are electric. Matches are full. There's fans packed walking in between courts. It's like a unbelievable glorified junior tournament. People are walking at all times. There's music going on from Arthur Ashe, from the kids week, from fan day, all that type of stuff. And then these people are playing for their livelihood. They're paying for double their paycheck, a chance to then double that again if they can win another round, for their dreams to come true. Like everyone trains, like when you're playing a main draw of a Grand Slam, that's when you feel like you're pro. And if you lose the final round of qualifying, maybe you get a lucky loser, but end of the road for that week, pretty much. So it's one of the most pressure-filled moments, I guess is what I'm saying. And the US Open does a great job of getting fans in there for free. The Australian Open was selling tickets, so the fans weren't full. If you watched maybe a Dane Sweeney match or a Bernard Tomic match, a Storm Hunter match, an Australian person, the fans definitely showed up and supported them. But it wasn't like the US Open where it was just packed, electric atmosphere, which is what we want, man. We want the electric atmosphere. It's time to change the game. So yeah, but let's get to it. Let's get to these matches. There's one I really want to start with today. It's Carol Young-Soo Lee versus Linda Fruhvirtova. Was a little disrespectful to Carol Young-Soo Lee. Had never heard of her. Figured she must be like a young American, must be 16, must be some up and coming player. No, she's in her 20s. She played at Georgia Tech. Really good player. I mean, she's final round of qualifying. Never heard of her. Shout out to her. She won the first set on Linda Fruhvirtova. And so I tuned into this match, was like, I got to see what's going on. I got to check this out. Like, who is Carol Young-Soo Lee? And she was impressive. She did go down a break kind of early in the second set. Linda won that set and then went up a break again in the third. But Carol Young-Soo Lee got it back on serve, got it back to 5-4 in the third. Couldn't close it out, got broken again, lost 4-6. But Carol Young-Soo Lee, you've earned a fan. I'm going to be following you. I'm sorry for the disrespect, for not believing in you from the beginning. But what I saw yesterday, Carol Young-Soo Lee, got a fan. Anyways, Linda Fruhvirtova took that one 6-4 in the third. from Muradoglu Academy, just too much experience, coached by coach. We heard about her and her sister since they were like 13 or 14. Carol Young-Soo Lee had never heard about till yesterday, and Carol was in a third with her. Won the first set. It was looking like she was going to pull this upset. What a match. What a match. Carol Young-Soo Lee goes down to Linda Fruvertova 6-4 in the third. Next match, we're going to stay with the women here. We're going to talk about Sloane Stephens playing Lucia Bronzetti. And Bronzetti was the 2 seed in qualifying. Really tough match to get through for Sloane. Sloane is ranked 1,097 in the world now. I think she was hurt a lot of last year. I know she was hurt. She was doing a lot of commentating and stuff. Ranked 1,097, probably got in off her protected ranking, maybe a wild card since she'd had a prior success at the Australian Open. I remember in 2011, 2012, I think she beat Serena, I think she beat Serena in Australia or took her to a third in the semis or something. Had a great run there though. And yeah, I mean, she's won a Grand Slam, got to the final of one. Great player, right? So she was playing Lucia Bronzetti, won the first set, was up 5-2 in the third. This is just a great example of like how nervous these matches are in the moment. Like that's why we got to get fans in there, electrify this moment even more. Sloane's up a set in 5-2. It gets to 5-4. It gets to 5-all. She's down break points. No, I'm so sorry. 5-all. She has break points, isn't getting them. It's looking like she's about to choke this thing, Nishesh Basavareddy style. And she closes it out though. Came out Murray in the box, pulled her over the finish line. Excess tennis got her the win. It was 7-5, closed it out. Too much for Sloane. She gets into another main draw. Obviously, like I said, great player. She should have won that match, I think. It was a tough one. If she lost, it wouldn't have been a bad loss by any means. Bronzetti, being the 2 seed, might still get a lucky loser. But Sloane's probably ecstatic to get through that one. You don't know how many more chances she'll have to get to a main draw at her age. You don't know. Not really her age, just the fact that she's down to 1,097 in the world. She's been on tour for a little while. She clearly has had injuries. You never know how you'll come back, and you never know, how many more opportunities you'll have to get to that position. So shout out to Sloane. Would love to see her keep making a run. Let's go. Moving on here. Let's go to let's just stick with the women. Let's start with the women. Ladies first, right? So Storm Hunter played Taylor Townsend. Storm, the Aussie, playing in front of the Aussie crowd. Both of them are great doubles players, right? Both are lefty. Both very energetic, very passionate, very outgoing. They wear their heart on their sleeve, especially Taylor Townsend, right? I mean, she's great. Let's get into it. So it's 5-6. First set real tight, back and forth, maybe one break each, but mainly holding serves. This match made me change my court assessment. At first, I thought they were slow. Then I thought they were fast. Now I'm going fast and bouncy. That's my final assessment. Hopefully, we're going to find out later from a guest speaker that could possibly be coming on. We're going to see if he big times us, but he's supposed to be coming on. So we're going to find out exactly about that later. But anyways, that match, they were holding serve a lot, lefty serve. But anyways, Storm Hunter goes up 6-5 in the first set breaker. And Taylor Townsend hits a lefty backhand cross-court winner, rips a come on. It's like she's back. You know what I mean? Her camp's up. Yeah, this is it. She's taking over now. But then Storm Hunter actually wins the next 2 points. I think Taylor Townsend might have had some break points early in the second set, didn't get them, and then it was all Storm Hunter. I want to say it was 6-2 in the second, maybe not, but it was all her kind of one-sided way. She got the break right after Townsend didn't. Storm Hunter used to be coached by HSC's own Graham McMullen. Could be Graham McMillan. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I believe it's McMullen. Yeah, used to be coached by Graham. I'm not sure if he's still coaching her. So if if you are still coaching her, shout out to you. With let's get you on the pod. Let's hear how that's been, right? But so Storm Hunter beats Townsend 6-2. Townsend, we're pulling for you. We hope you get a lucky loser. We hope you get in. If she does get in, that's a name to watch. That's a player that could make a run in this tournament. She's done it before, especially at the US Open, but she's got the crowd on her side. Like I said, she's a real energetic player. She rips come-ons. So for the US Open, that's one thing. The Aussie crowd obviously was behind Hunter playing an Aussie. If she was playing Barchunkalova, maybe that would have been different. But nothing was stopping Barchunkalova yesterday. So moving on to that match, I know I butchered your name. Very sorry about that. I got no notes. I'm going off of what I remember right now. And you absolutely demolished Whitney Oswego. Like, Whitney Oswego had won her 2 previous matches, and I was kind of hoping that she was finding that form that we knew she was. We didn't know sorry, let me rephrase this. Whitney Oswego was playing at a level we had hoped we would see her play at, right? She was demolishing players in qualies, looking like a proven player. We saw as a junior she was a top player in the world. We want to see her be a top player in the WTA Tour. And through her first 2 rounds of qualies, she looked like it. She was rolling people, demolishing, I would say. There might have been one set that was 6-3. I mean, she was putting up Swiatek numbers. But then yesterday, she got Swiatek numbers put up on her. No disrespect. I think you would say the same. I mean, it was probably the quickest match of the day. It was 1-0, never in it. I think she tanked the end of the first to get to the second. I pulled that one at Orange Bowl once, and I lost that match 1-0 also. Kenneth Rasma, you probably don't remember that because he beat me so bad. But I think she pulled that same thing and lost 1-0 also. Not exactly sure. Great result for her. I mean, she got to the final round of qualifying. I don't know if people were expecting that going into the tournament. Hopefully she can keep that level going for this year, throughout the year. But yesterday I'm sure she was disappointed and wanted a better result. Again, final round of qualifying, most tense matches, in my opinion, in the tournament. The people in the finals usually have bread. They're making millions from endorsements and finals and other deals and stuff. Like, you're not playing, like, you're set if you're in the final. Like, these people need that money, man. She probably has deals too. Top juniors, only 23, really good player, but it's just a different desire to compete, different hunger, different fight. So that's all I got for women's matches yesterday. So we can move on to the men. Got to save the best for last. The hometown hero. Got to save that for last. Hopefully, I don't want to spoil it, but hopefully we'll hear from the hometown hero himself. We'll start with Australia's hometown hero, though. Dane Sweeney playing Stefano Travaglia, the Italian. Travaglia, a little bit of a journeyman, been around, definitely more of a clay court player. I'd say Sweeney was the favorite in this match, but again, final round qualifying. But dude, the guy's from Australia. Talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve. He was diving around for balls. There was one ball that he dove forehand side, literally flips over, gets up, and then dodges a pile of sweat for his next forehand. Misses the forehand. Like makes the diving shot, misses the routine forehand. Like, come on, talk about classic tennis, like breaking and break back. That is classic tennis, right? Made the impossible shot, missed the easier one. But literally dodging his pile of sweat. The guy's leaving it all in line. Later in the first set too, he dove for a volley, maybe even injured his leg a little bit, made it tougher for him in the first set breaker. But yeah, I just ruined it. So they go to a first set breaker. He's diving for balls, pulls it out. Honestly, let me double check. It went to a first set breaker. For the Life on Tour boys, for Dane Sweeney's sister, who I know is following the pod, is for you guys, I got to get this right. I cannot disrespect I cannot disrespect this. I want to say the first set was 6, but honestly, the second set could have been 6. I know he was up a break early in the first, and then I think he got back and went to 6. I'm unreal. Come on. So he was up a break early in the first. He breaks first game to go up 2-0. Travaglia breaks back later in the first set. Then in the breaker, Dane dives for the volley. All that happens. He wins the breaker. Would love to talk to Dane. I think he's being. Let's get to the second set. Second set is a little bit different. Travaglia goes up a break in the first set, or in the second set. Sorry, goes up a break early. Dane gets it back, takes it in the breaker. Never like really a doubt. Dane's a beast, dude. In Australia, he wants it more than ever. He's been very open on his life on tour podcast. Check them out on Instagram and YouTube. Also, they got a little show. Him and Callum Puttergill. Check them out. He's been open about some of his struggles. He was at 550 like 6 months ago. Started grinding 25Ks in Australia, grinding, I think, a few 15Ks, got a bunch of wins under his belt, took that to the Challenger Tour, had success. And now he's having success at the Grand Slam level. So, I mean, you love to see it. He's full of confidence. He's been in a ton of close matches. And with the home crowd on his side, a guy who's already doing flips on the court, he was taking it. And you could see how much it meant to him after. I would say since I saw him last, he has switched rackets. He's got the Python, so I don't know how much that has to do with this, but he's chilling and neutral. Like he's not like hitting out of his shoes by any means. Like I know the courts are fast, so he's real fast. He might be trying to just I don't know about rely on that, but use that to his advantage more. But I feel like he's just chilling and neutral. He doesn't look rushed, pressed. He's just waiting for that forehand to rip. And if that guy wants to change line and press, go for it. Dane's going to slide over there, maybe even do a little flip cartwheel and whole routine over there. So yeah, Dane Sweeney into the main draw of the Australian Open for I think the second time, but congratulations, dude. That's a huge achievement. I know a lot of work has been put in lately for that one to happen. Other men's matches that happened yesterday, I'm going to cheat a little bit and look here. There's the obvious one that I'm trying to not think about, so of course I keep thinking about it. But those were the only 2 men's matches I really watched. I mean, I would say that Ray Sakamoto is a name to watch in the main draw. He tore through qualies, played tough opponents. He played Zeppieri, who beat Brandon Holt, who's playing really good ball, and Ray Sakamoto beat Colton Smith really easily also. No disrespect to Colton, but kind of routined him up. I think Ray Sakamoto has won the Junior Australian Open. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's still a young guy. I think that was only just a couple years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. And so, like Sakamoto, that's a name to kind of look out for in this tournament. I'm not talking like a semi-run, but round of 16 or something, round of 32 really wouldn't shock me. He's got a huge serve. He's got a big game. They're going to go to best of 5 sets now, though, not best of 3. That's going to be a game changer. She going to look a little different now. But, yeah. So I guess we'll just shout out the big boy Marty Dam too. Congratulations, and a main draw at the Australian Open. He'd been through some injuries, some highs, some lows. So I know that's a big moment for the guy. Another guy to look out for. Whenever you're 6'18" and you are lefty with a serve like that, yeah, it's going to be a guy to look out for. So especially on those fast courts, he's going to be, if he's serving well, he's going to be kind of a nightmare to deal with. So you and your coach Micah, congratulations to the both of you guys, man. It's pretty cool. So that's, I think, all I've got in the world of tennis. And so now we will go into Nishesh Basavareddy. We'll go into that now. I think that's the last thing here. Is Nishesh Basavareddy went from where do I begin, man? Straight Indiana Pacers mentality. He's down 1-7, second round to Samuel Offner. Everyone's seen the video. Everyone's seen the picture. He's down 1-7, throws down 1-7. Offner celebrates, thinking he'd won the match because he didn't know it was a 10-point tiebreaker. Thought it was a 7-point tiebreaker. Celebrates. Then all of a sudden, 7-1 gets to 7-3. Offner rips a forehand return inside in. It's like, okay, maybe he's got it back. Nishesh not going away. 4-8, 5-8, 6-8, 7-8, 8-8, 9-8. But that's not it. Then Offner actually has match points at 10-9 and 11-10 before Nishesh was able to win at 13-11 in the third. One of the better, he throws up the choke sign, the Reggie, the Tyrese, one of the better comebacks, honestly, you'll see on a tennis court. And for him to be from Indiana and hit that signature choke to someone who did just completely choke and hit the celly early, yeah, it's pretty good, man. That's unbelievable. But so then that's not it though, right? So he comes back, he wins that one match. Next match he plays George Lofhagen. George Lofhagen, I had been pretty disrespectful to, also a little bit like Carol Young-Soo. However, with Lofhagen, he beat Nishioka, but Nishioka defaulted. He was hurt. He retired down a set in 3-1, but the other guy was up a set in a break. You don't really know what to make of it. He won, though. You have to give him his credit. The one thing, though, that you're not sure about, though, is the guy got hurt and defaulted. Was he hurt the whole match? I didn't watch any of it. Was he hurt the whole match, or was he just, or did he twist his ankle at 1-all, or did he not want to lose? Like, you don't really ever know what happened with that, right? So tough to tell. Lofhagen, never heard of the guy. He's obviously in Grand Slam qualifying. He's clearly a good player, but to the caliber of Nishesh, you think, nah, Nishesh took a first set off Djokovic here last year. Next gen semifinalist, been top 100 in the world. Right, you know what I mean? But anyway, so they're playing, and Lofhagen actually takes the first set 7-5. And not only that, Nishesh finds himself down 2-3 love 40 in the second set. So he just comes back from 1-7 down. Now he's down 2-3 love 40. He manages to get out of that game. More classic tennis, breaks the next game, wins 6-4, breaks early in the third, saves more break points later in the third, but Nishesh wins that match 6-4 in the third, qualifies. So last year he got in off his ranking, or maybe got a wild card, but he got into the Australian Open. This year he qualifies. So congratulations to him, and we're going to hear from him for him to tell us a little bit more about those matches. Here's Nishesh. All right, Nishesh Basavareddy, dude, thanks for joining the podcast. You're the first guest we've had.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Steve.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Qualified for the Australian Open main draw. Is it your fourth main draw of a Grand Slam?
Yep, second Aussie.
Nice, but first time qualifying, right?
Yeah, first time.
How's it feel kind of being there as a qualifier rather than a main draw? Does it like feel good just having matches under your belt and being used to the courts and everything, or is it any different?
Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling getting three matches. You kind of earn your way in. Of course, if you're in main draw, also you earned your way in with your whole year of results. But this one feels extra special, I think, with the matches I had the last two rounds, especially. You kind of feel like you really earned your way in.
Yeah, I bet so. Especially you've kind of faced everything now at this point.
Yeah.
Two matches ago, you were down 1-7 in the third set tiebreaker against Offner. Kind of just walk me through that if you don't mind.
Yeah. Obviously, tough position to be in. But super tiebreakers are kind of anything can happen really in them. It's a long way to go to get to 10 points, and I just kept believing and slowly turned it around point by point, and that was a huge one to get through.
Yeah. So at 1-7, were you believing like you can turn this around, or did you have any thoughts of like, fuck, I've blown it, like it's over?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I was quite pissed with the start of the breaker. Kind of let him gain a huge lead, but I don't think I ever really stopped believing there, which was huge.
Yeah.
Sometimes you throw in the towel, and those types of matches are tough to come back in, but I think that belief definitely helped me get through that one.
That's awesome. How sick are Gio's hats?
They're pretty special. He switches them up all the time.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
loves hockey teams, loves his goalies. So it's a pretty cool tradition.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's a fan of the Kings. He's a fan of those
Yeah.
teams.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
no, he's a fan of the goalies. He loves the goalies of each team,
Gotcha.
and he likes hockey.
It's always an
Yeah.
event just seeing what hat he's wearing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
All right, dude. Well, good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, good luck down there. See you, man.
Yeah. Thanks. See ya. See ya.
So again, that was our interview with Nishesh Basavareddy. Big thanks to him for coming on, taking the time during his tournament to come on the pod, be the first guest. And, you know, he's from Carmel. He grew up with the Smiths, went to Carmel High School. So for a local Naptown-ish boy to come on here and be the first guest is pretty cool for me. And hopefully he didn't have too bad of a time during those couple minutes he was on here. So big thanks to him. And we're rooting for you. Best of luck. Keep going, Nishesh. Best of luck down under there, mate. See ya. I think it's time to get into basketball. Let's start with yesterday. Buzzer beaters. We had 2 buzzer beaters. Kentucky had a buzzer beater against LSU. LSU had 2 free throws to go up 3 with 1.7 seconds. Misses both of them. Kentucky rebound, calls timeout. They got 1.6 seconds. I think they said only 0.1 second went off. Questionable, but that's all right. It didn't matter in the end. 1.6 seconds. Mark Pope, low key maybe after yesterday, the Pope calls timeout, draws up a play. They come out. They launch it down, Christian Laettner style. It goes over, like perfectly over the defenders. It was perfect. It goes right over both defenders, right into the big guy's hand. He catches, turns, shoots, swish. Crowd goes crazy. Just kidding. It was at LSU, but there was actually like a little rupture. So LSU fan section, I don't know. Check who you're selling your tickets to. But crowd, you know, fans go crazy. Kentucky team goes crazy. They win the game. Buzzer beater, 1.7 seconds to go the full court. Like, come on, it can happen, but chances of that are pretty slim. Pass was perfect, and then the dude absolutely cashed the shot. Wish I had your name. Don't. Shouts to Kentucky. That's not really shout for me. That's more of a shout from the Rice family. P, that's for you. Moving on. The other buzzer beater was Ole Miss and Georgia. Georgia's like a ranked team this year, not known to be a basketball school, but this year they're pretty good. I keep doubting them, but they turned to be pretty good. And then they're playing Ole Miss. And Ole Miss, who typically I could care less about, but they got fake Hallie. Fake Hallie is the closest thing we're going to see to Tyrese play basketball all year this year. He literally looks like him. He dribbles like him. He plays like him. He damn near is Hallie. Like, have they played on a, like, was Hallie at the Pacers game last night? I didn't watch a second of it. Like, was Hallie there or was he playing for Iowa State? I've seen highlights of Tyrese like shooting. But they're one of my favorite teams to watch because it's the closest thing we're going to see to Tyrese this year. Yeah, I don't know his name. His name's Fake Hallie. That's all we need to know. They won also on a buzzer beater. The Georgia guy went to the rim, like drove in, got fouled. Drives in, gets fouled, has 2 free throws. He for sure missed the first one, hit the second. Can't remember if the second one put him up 1 or not. And I can't remember how much time. We'll say something with a 5. There's 5 or 15 or something. So they're either up 1 or tied. But Ole Miss goes down, shoots a ball, goes off the rim. They go for the tip in. It was tied, 95 all, I think. Maybe not. It goes for the tip in, doesn't get it. Then the second one they get, it goes in. The buzzer goes off. The ball goes through. Everyone knows it counts. They still have to check it to make sure it counts. But it counted. Fake Hallie, who fouled out at the end of the game, I guess was playing the same role as real Hallie yesterday on the bench at the end. They were both supporting the boys. I mean, telling you, man, the guy is literally Tyrese. So, yeah, 2 buzzer beaters in the world of college basketball. Had me hype. I didn't win nothing on neither, but had me hype. What did happen, though, is the Kings, the Sacramento Kings. Are they one of the best basketball teams in the league right now, or what's going on? They beat the Rockets a couple days ago, After that, they beat the Lakers. And last night, they beat the Knicks. I mean, they're beating some of the best teams in basketball. And they're like one of the worst teams in basketball. They're ready to trade everybody. Sabonis isn't playing, which we all know how we feel about Sabonis. What's his name? Levine's back playing, but I mean, they're not like Monk's playing out of his mind right now, though. Good Lord. But yeah, they've beaten those three teams in a row, and they dismantled the Knicks again last night. I don't know if they want to trade everyone now or if they got something they can build on. We thought Trae Young might go there because he could get a bag. He's in DC, which will be sick. But yeah, the Kings, man, they're playing unbelievable right now. What if they make a run? Like, what if the Kings get to the playoffs? Like, I kind of keep doubting them. I kind of keep thinking they got to lose the next game. I mean, I literally thinking they have to lose the next game, but they keep dismantling good teams. What if they're a good team? That'd be a crazy way to think, huh? So that's about it for yesterday's basketball. Was more dialed into the tennis, but we're a multi-sport podcast. Fortunately, our soccer analyst couldn't be on today. I'm a soccer fan. However, I don't really know anything about strategy or really much what's going on out there other than the basics of what I can tell on TV. So we're going to have our soccer analyst come in here, kind of tell us what's going on, correct me, tell me fact from fiction. I thought guys that played on the right were right-footed. They're left-footed. So that's what our analyst is going to come in here and do. He has a song made to one of his plays. Young Metro made the song to one of his plays. So he's a soccer legend, and we're hyped to have him here as our soccer analyst from time to time, But from that, for the time being, Arsenal won yesterday 3-1 in the Carabao Cup, EFL Cup, beat Chelsea 3-1 at Chelsea. Since I can't provide much context, I didn't watch a ton of the game. I know Ben White scored the first goal. I know Zubamendi scored a goal. I know our soccer analyst needed 2 from Zubamendi. Was heartbroken about that. But yeah, those 2 guys scored. There was someone else who scored, maybe Gyökeres. But since I can't provide a ton of insight, I feel like I do need to support the Gunners still, being an Arsenal fan and an Inter Miami fan. So Declan Rice in red and white, I like it, Declan Rice in red and white, I like it, So that's all I got for you. They got sick chance, Arsenal does. Hopefully we'll make it out to a game one day at the Emirates. Been to their stadium, but need to check a game. Shout out Aura Frames. Aura Frames in the background, not a sponsor, but we could make that work too. While we're on the topic of Europe, let's get over to Euroleague basketball. Euroleague action today. We got Monaco playing, and we got Panathinaikos playing. 2 of my favorite teams. We got Panathinaikos with Kendrick Nunn, the MVP. I really thought he was kind of the best player. I mean, he has been the best player in Europe, but Mike James is the best player in Europe, like without a doubt. No fandom, no BS. Like Mike James is the best player in Europe. Monaco's the best team in Europe. Panathinaikos might have the most potential, but they don't play together. None. I got to be careful what I say here, but I think they're very talented, Panathinaikos. But I think consistently, Monaco is so inconsistent too, but lately they've been consistent. I think they're finding it. Panathinaikos hasn't found it yet. They have home court advantage through the final game. Final Four is played in Panathinaikos this year. So I don't know. I mean, I think they can still turn it on. They might get hot at the right time, but Monaco's the best squad. Both teams are in action today. Monaco, they play Paris at Paris. They play Paris today at Paris. Nick Hi-Fi, the step back that goes from Indianapolis to West Lafayette, goes so far. It's like from here to Ale Emporium Declare. But yeah, so Hi-Fi playing against Monaco. It should be a real high-scoring game. Monaco, last time they played Paris, I think set the EuroLeague record for most points in a single game. They got a great squad on the road, but I would look for them to get a dub. Hopefully, we're hoping for them to get a dub. We're never looking for people to get a dub. These are rooting interests. It's who we want to win. And Panathinaikos is playing without Kendrick Nunn today. Maybe it'll get the rest of the guys kind of more involved, find their rhythm, and then Nunn can just get in. They got Juancho Hernan-Gomez, I think, Bo Cruz. Yeah, he probably hates that. Bo Cruz got the cornrows like Steve V at North Central back in the day, like Ian Brady. Yeah, so Panathinaikos on the road. They're playing against Bayern Munich, and Bayern doesn't have. They used to have Spencer Dinwiddie, but he's left the team. They're one of the not best teams in Euroleague. I would expect Panathinaikos with or without Kendrick Nunn. I will be rooting for them to win. Panathinaikos and Monaco. Madrid's in action tomorrow. They got an El Clasico against Barcelona at home. They got Trey Lyles, hometown hero. You know, I was at a game once with P when Trey Lyles literally hung on the rim and was standing on the ground. Like the rim, I don't know how. I thought the backboard was going to break that day for sure. There's a picture of it actually at Indy Stars got it. Polygraph and Schulteis were playing in that game. If you guys hear that, I know you remember that play too on the out of bounds alley oop. But yeah, so that's just what we got going on in the EuroLeague. I think Madrid's a better team than Barcelona. Madrid has been struggling. They did beat Dubai, but it was a big comeback win. They just haven't been playing as clean as they should. But sometimes you watch Hazonia play, and he'll have 18 points in the first quarter, and you legitimately think, am I going to witness 100 points in a EuroLeague game from Mario Hazonia? And it would be the best thing ever if it happened. Like I want it to happen so bad. Every time I turn it on, I just have that slight hope after what I've seen. And I've seen Campazzo score like 15 to 18 points in a row for their team in 2 to 3 minutes. Like these guys are freaks. Madrid, they just need to put it together. Eddie Tavares, big blocker. You know, they got Trey Lyles. I call him the LeBron of Europe. He damn near is the LeBron of Europe. So yeah, we covered our soccer with our analyst. We got our today's EuroLeague, and one thing I got a question for my listeners out there. That kid from Cathedral, white guy, long hair, a basketball player. Does he still play for Illinois? I know he went from I think Morehead State or somewhere like that to then Illinois. Is he still there? Because I was watching Northwestern play yesterday, and he hit. There was some dude, long hair, looked like him, hit a big corner three. And I looked up and I thought, that's that dude from Cathedral. Good stuff. If that's you, good stuff. If not, whoever that dude is, I guess is pretty cool too. So that's all I got for y'all today. Spulture podcast morning with Spulture in the morning, Spulture Show. Leave some comments, guys. Let me know what I should call this thing. But anyways, yeah. We'll be back. Hey, one more announcement too. Don't hang up. The